Seeing as Christmas is now well and truly over, I am feeling considerably fatter and mildly depressed because there's nothing to look forward to for absolutely ages now. So while we're kind of stuck in that really weird time where you don't really know what to do with yourself before a new year, I thought I would do a proper grown-up video about beauty and stuff rather than gingerbread shaped like genitals. So today we are going to talk my beauty favourites of the entire year. So that's exciting. This is going to be a mixture of everything: makeup, skincare, body stuff, perfume, everything you could shake a stick at. So I'm just going to get this show on the road. I'm actually going to start this whole debacle with a perfume. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I was lucky enough to be sent this perfume for review purposes a couple of months ago now, but despite that, since it arrived on my doorstep, I have not stopped wearing this perfume, and I can safely say that I am 1,000,000% addicted to it and have actually kind of half finished the bottle already, which is kind of embarrassing. So the perfume in question is this one, which is Diesel L'Overdose Tattoo. It comes in this awesome kind of angular heart-shaped bottle, which the mosher in me is freaking loving. It looks so awesome next to all the kind of like dainty pink perfume bottles that are already on my dressing table. It just stands out so much and kind of gives things a little bit of a rock and roll edge. The smell itself is amazing. Like, I'm not going to try and explain because I will just embarrass myself, but there's definitely kind of vanilla in there and kind of a blackcurranty smell. But the only real way that I can describe this scent is it is completely addictive. I'll be honest with you, on first spray I thought it was a really kind of average smelling perfume and I wasn't totally blown away by it, but the more I wore it and the more I gave it a chance, the more I became completely obsessed with it, and now I'm wearing it every single day. I would say it's more of a kind of evening-y, nighttime scent. I like to wear it if I go out with the girls and that kind of thing, but you could definitely get away with it in the day if you're that way inclined, and I would definitely recommend giving this a sniff if you go anywhere near a perfume shop, because I'm obsessed with it. It's just freaking amazing and I just want to swim in it, to be honest with you. Moving on to a little bit of skincare, my next favourite of the year is the Ren Glycolactic Radiance Renewal Mask. Everybody absolutely beyond raves about this stuff and says that it's completely changed their skincare, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but it actually does. This stuff has the most amazing effect on my skin. It completely brightens and gives your skin so much radiance, it plumps it, it makes it feel so much fresher, and just it makes you want to touch your own face, which sounds really strange. It eliminates any kind of blemishes, it brings them down so much, it helps really calm any breakouts, and I can't rave about this enough, which is really annoying because it's well expensive and it's one of those products that everyone goes on about and you think, oh, it can't be that good. It actually is that good, which is so annoying and it makes me want to throw it across the room. Definitely recommend this if you've got a spare 40 quid floating around. I hate myself for spending so much on it, but I hate to say that it's worth it. Sticking to the skincare theme, another product which has really changed my skin this year is the La Roche-Posay Effaclar Duo. This is another one which everyone goes on about, so I won't talk about it too much, but it is a corrective and unclogging anti-imperfection care, which doesn't really mean anything, but basically, in human words, if you put it over your skin when you're having a bit of a breakout, by morning it will be 200% better. I don't know what's in this stuff, I don't know how it works, but literally if I'm having a bad couple of days with my skin, this will sort it right out. Moving things on to makeup, I am going to start with Real Techniques brushes, another cliche favourite of 2013. I've loved these for a couple of years now, pretty much since they came out and everybody started going on about them. So I've just picked out a couple of my faves to show you, which I've been really loving over the past couple of months. The first one is the pointed foundation brush. These are really grubby, but this one I particularly like because I love the buffing brush and the expert face brush, but I find that they soak up quite a lot of product. So if you kind of put your foundation on your hand and then go straight in with the buffing brush, for example, I lose a lot of product along the way somewhere. So what I like to do is put my foundation on the back of my hand and then kind of dab it on with this to make sure that I don't lose too much product within the bristles of the fatter brushes. And then once the product is on my face using this, I go in with the buffing brush or the expert face brush and do the job. And the other ones that I've particularly loved are these, which are the Deluxe Crease Brushes. I wouldn't really say they're crease brushes. I don't think I really use them for creases, but I use them for pretty much about everything else. The reason I love these so much is because they are so multi-purpose. I use them for concealer, for foundation, for powder, for blending out eyeshadow, kind of all around this general area. These are just fantastic. I've actually picked up 2 of the eye sets now just because I wanted an extra one of these because I love them so much. So these have definitely landed in my favourites category for the year. There's been one standout base product for me in 2013, and that is the Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer. One of my particular pet hates with my skin is that I have dark circles that are pretty much an eclipse on my face. So I have tried pretty much every concealer under the sun, but this is the one that I've really enjoyed using this year, and I've seen makes more of a difference than most concealers do for my under eye circles. This is really creamy, easy to blend, still great coverage, and just generally well good. My favourite lip product of the year would be the Bourjois Colour Boost Lip Balmy Glossy Sticky Things. My 2 favourite colours are particularly Peach on the Beach, which I wore literally every day through summer, and the one I was wearing through kind of autumn and the start of winter. Haven't worn it for a while now, but that is this one, which is, I don't know, the Red Sunrise, which is a really beautiful kind of cherry pinky red colour. They're so easy to wear, just kind of sling on and go. They're lovely and glossy, a really kind of perfect final polished touch to a makeup look, and really cheap as well, so that's always good when you're as skint as I am. Another lip product which definitely deserves a shout out is one of the Stay Pout lipsticks from 17, and it's in the shade Beehive. It is my go-to kind of nude lip colour, and I think it's under £5. It's got great lasting power, it doesn't dry your lips out, it's still quite moisturising even though it's fairly cheap, and it's just the perfect kind of nude, barely there, your lips but better, insert every other cliche here, kind of nude lip colour. So I definitely recommend checking this out as well. Sticking to the drugstore, I have 2 nail products which have been my favourites for 2013, and they are both from the Bourjois 1 Second nail polish collection. I wore these literally every single day throughout the summer. It was really hard to remember what I wore in summer because I've been obviously like so focused on autumn winter products over the past couple of months, but as soon as I saw these in my collection I remembered that I loved them to death. One is in the shade Turquoise Block and the other is in Blue No Blues. The brush is beautiful and fat, so it just needs one swipe and you're done. They're fantastic because they're so opaque, so you literally need one coat, and they're just so easy to use. They dry super quick, they have a lovely glossy finish, and if I could love them more I'd probably marry them, so I'm gonna shut up now. And last but totally not least, because I think this might be my favourite beauty product of the whole year, this was a real treat and I probably shouldn't have bought it for myself, to be honest, but it was one of those things which you see everybody talking about and you literally cannot resist because it's just a thing of freaking beauty. It is the NARS Guy Bourdin blush palette, which contains 6 of NARS's kind of cult blush products. This was expensive, but it's a product that I have really enjoyed using over the past few months. So just to mention a couple, it has a beautiful Devotee highlighter, which is a beautiful kind of frosty pink colour, this bubblegum pink colour which I can't remember the name of, which is quite subtle but super girly and a nice pop of colour, classic Orgasm blush which is a little bit glittery for me but nice for a night out, Laguna bronzer which I've never used before because I thought it would just look ridiculous on my pale skin, but I can actually get away with it and I think it's actually quite a good one for pale girls. It also has Deep Throat which is lovely, and this one which I can't remember the name of but it's possibly my favourite in the whole palette. It's a really kind of warm flush kind of colour which is perfect for winter. So I am not joking when I say I have used at least one of these every single day, if not 2 or 3 paired together. I think it was fantastic value for money, although it sounds a lot. £45 sounds like a lot of money, but for 6 NARS blushes which all retail at about £20 each I think, It actually is really good value, especially when you're using it as much as I've been. It's just a really beautiful luxury product, and because I don't own many luxury products, I appreciate them so much when I do actually get my hands on them. So this is literally has been sitting pride of place on my dressing table, and I love it. I love it so much. So as they say in showbiz, I think I'm frickin' done here. I hope you've had an amazing year so far. There's still a couple of days left, so make the most of it before we enter into the dark realms of 2014. Who knows what's in store for us all. I am a little bit scared of what's around the corner in 2014. You never do know, do you? But we shall see. And in the meantime, let's all just keep our fingers crossed and hope for a boy band member to come and sweep us off our feet, shall we? I will talk to you guys in a couple of days. Bye!